Uh, Hello folks, this is the Black Weasel, and today's we're going to go ahead and get right to it towards One Piece chapter 860. And once again, I'm reading this chapter on mangastream.com because Manga Pandas take a long time for it to upload their own chapter. So the name of the chapter is called The Party Begins at 10. And we have a cover art request of Crocodile holding out an umbrella for a puppy shivering in the rain. Aww. That's very cute and cuddly. Looks like Crocodile has a soft spot. But there has to be another mini-series later on. Anyways, the scene changes towards, the scene starts off on Whole Cake Island in the East Bay. It starts off with Pacam yelling out, "What in the hell are you all planning on going? Gao!" And Aladdin says, "We're leaving this country. Sorry, man. Try to get fined by someone sooner rather than later." And Pacam's yelled out, "What the hell? Does Big Mom know all about all this?" And Aladdin says, "Of course not. We're being deep water if she did." And somebody says, "All who leave die." That's Big Mom's modus operandi, isn't it? That's what Aladdin says. And Aladdin says, "Jimmy was grateful to you, you know." And there's a flashback of Jimmy says, "It's honestly a miracle that I was able to hear Pacam's story like this. Our Big Mom assassination might not go out, but to know that Big Mom was planning her own Grandma assassination plan." Wow, there's like so many inside things are going on. And there's another flashback of Jimmy also saying, "If Luffy and the others find out about this, they're sure to try something crazy to save Sanji. And I can't just sit alley by and let their lives be in danger. I'm going to help them." And Jimmy says, "Which means I'm going to commit full-on mutiny and betray Big Mom." And Jimmy says, "At first I tried to do the honorable thing and inform her on my departure face to H, but she dragged out that blasted roulette reel, and on it there were numbers written, each representing the numbers of crew members that be sacrificed for me should that number be chosen. Big Mom intends her settlement price to be more than just my life alone, and which was absolutely draconian punishment." Oh, so that was what the numbers meant. 10, 100, 10, 1,000. Man, that's messed up. Like, and Big Mom said, and then Jimmy says, which is why I want all of you to run. On the day of the tea party, Big Mom's urged Devore and December should will all be tied up escorting guests. The security for the rest of her territory will be light, and something happening at the tea party, everyone's attention will be even more focused on the party, and there's a chance. And Aladdin says, "We're prepared to do all that. I don't mind, Jimmy. We will do what we can to show that you can be free." And Jimmy says, "Yeah, no." And Aladdin says, "No, you don't. Damn, you're giving up to die if you had to. I can tell." And Jimmy says, "Let's just say that somewhere down the line, I joined the Straw Hat Pirates. I tend to use my very life to protect my captain, Straw Hat Luffy. And Aladdin, whether or not to do that is not a question of if, it's a question of when." And Aladdin looks at him in the panel and he says, "Fine, do as you wish. But at least try to do your best and protect your own life too, okay? We'll take the boat and head back towards Fisherman Island." And Jimmy looks at him and Aladdin says, you were too, aren't you? About the Ryu Kingdom?" And Jimmy says, "Yes." And there's a flashback of Jimmy said, "I'm so sorry." And Aladdin says, "Quit that. We know each other for years, man." And Aladdin also says, "We'll meet again, right? Alive, right, Jimmy?" And Aladdin yells out, "Hurry, get ready to set sail." And his subordinates yell out, "Roar!" And Pacam is still tied up. He yells out, "Oi, hold it, you bastards!" And the scene changes just like that. I was wondering what's going on with the Riju Kingdom, but then again, like, I think they have to do with the river. Like, apparently Aladdin knows that that the kingdom is going towards the river meeting for the first time ever. Anyways, the scene changes towards inside the Whole Cake tattoo, and it starts off with Yanji asking, "Where were you, Riju?" And Riju answers back, "Doesn't matter. You lot were having a blast till late anyway, right?" And And Riju says, I should be allowed to have them change my room if I wish. No. And then Niji says, quit interfering in the business of adult, idiot. And then Jaji said, let's go. Let's go. Apparently they're holding a ceremony on the roof. And Niji says, Sanji hasn't run away, has he? And the Big Mom soldiers yell out, the bride and groom are both getting ready as we speak. And Riju's thinking to herself, what are you going to do, Sanji? You know full well what happened now. And we have a double cover page of let's see here, Jaji, Niji, Nyanji, and Riju all dressing up in black. And we have Ishinji dressing up in a white suit. Well, no, he's wearing a white shirt of some sort, so look, he's the only one standing out. that all looks so fly. Anyways, and there's a party about to get started, and the tea party officially starts now. Alright, and there's a bunch of noise going on. Kakin, Kochi. And the clock shows that it's at 9:45 right now. Yeah. And all the talking trees and flowers are singing, it's starting. And there's a talking pig that's singing, it's starting. I thought there was something wrong with the camera. Okay. Alright, anyways, the singing continues. The pig's carriage arrived, and another person is asking, will they make it in time? And the answers are in singing motion, like, they are late indeed, better hurry, here come the big guest. And all the talking flowers and the civilians of Big Mom Dumplings. Thing flies. Anyways, anyway, there's another double cover page of lots of different people. Let's hear. We have a bunch of character introductions. We have a character introduction of the Black Market King, the God of Fortune, Dogtooth. And Dogtooth yells out, "Why the hell are you here, you Morgan?" And a girl says, "You're a nitpicking man, you are, shush." And Dogtooth says, "Oh, my Stussy." And Stussy, as our Morgan's not allowed to celebrate weddings. And apparently this Morgan said, Gucci, you stink of blood. And the Morgan said, you're the last person I want telling me that, Dogtooth. And we have another character introduction of the president of the World Economic Times, the Big News Morgans. Huh. Of course, this man will be a bird, considering the fact that news are delivered by birds all around the world. Anyways, the Morgan says, this man is just big news. The Gurma and my company go way back. And somebody's yelling at Morgans. And we have another person that says, this news is well known in the underworld. It's quite old. And somebody is singing, indeed. No need to ship this. No need to ship these news. Oh, I thought something wrong with the camera. Anyways, we have a character introduction of the Queen of the Pleasure Quarter, Stussy. And we have the Great Mordecai Drug Pelclo. And we have the Storage Industry Titan, the Concealer Giberson. And we have the Shipper Magnet, the Deep Ocean Current, Yumit. And we have we have another double cover page, and somebody is welcoming now welcome. Perros says, Emperor of the Underworld. We might be a bit late if we try to go through the castle. And Perros says, shall we send them on their way? And Perros says like this. And we have, and he says, with the candy escalator. and that's what he was done with his devil fruit ability. And anyways, all the people yelling out, "Whoa, this is awesome!" And the Mordecai and Dewfield says, "This is wonderful." Now, no matter how many times I see it, this candy works. All right. And Pearl says, "Thank you. Big Mom hates latecomers, you know. Let us hurry. You all are the last guest." Oh, that means everyone else is inside. And also, I made some green tea, so I'm gonna take a mini break right here. Well, I'm gonna stop right now. Okay. Anyways, Pearl says that these guys are our last guests. So now we have. And now Dewfield says, "Ooh, the stairs move on their own." And Stacy says, "How wonderful." And Pearl notices something, and he gives candy towards a bunch of kids. He says, "Play nice, kiddies. In 3 minutes, you can lay the candy coaster too." And all the kitty says, "Yay!" Now the scene changes towards before the party hall, and somebody's yelling out, "Open the gates! I won't submit to the body check." And Component Big says, "I'm sorry, sir, but we simply can't have that." And the person said, "Is Big Mom already inside? I received an invitation for the last party too, but I'm simply." And this person said, I simply couldn't attend." And this person explains why. And he says, "I had to attend my mother's funeral, and that's why I wrote in my letter back to Big Mom. And you know what she sent me?" And we have a character introduction of the organ dealer, Jugra. And it turns out he gets shot to death. And something falls off of him. There's a ping sound. And he gets shot in the head. And Capone's yelling out, "Oi, who the hell shot him? That's a guess, damn it." And somebody says, "This is how the exchange would have went. And do you know what she sent me? The father of my head, who should have been in the hospital. I'm here to get revenge." And that's what somebody else says at the top of the door. And the person says, "Open the gates." Ugh. The person that's standing top says, "Open the gates." Then he had fired. Bang, bang. And Capone says, "And 2 of your subordinates would have been shot dead." And Gotti yells out, "Commander Dogtooth." And we have a character introduction says we have a character introduction of a guy named Dogtooth Charlotte, and this person is named one of the 3 commanders, the second son of the Charlotte family. And oh my God, he has a bounty of 1,057,000,000 berries. 1,057,000,000. So he surpasses Jack. Can't believe this. And it was Dogtooth says, "So before all that happened, I threw one of my jelly beans at him. Tell me, was I mistaken, Rook Biggie?" And he said, "Tell Big Mom that this was my decision." You will reply, I say, "That's it, fine then." And Capone Biggie said, "Of all the people at this blasted party, this guy's the most trouble. He trained his observation hockey so much that he can probably see a bit into the future. A monster with a 1 billion plus bounty." Oh, I can't believe it. And Capone Bacon said, "I see, that's fine then." Man, my God, this guy looks like a badass from the get-go. And he cover up his mouth just like Jack, but he's even stronger than Jack. He's the second son of Charlotte family. I can't believe this. But his name is Kara Curry. Ugh. Anyways, the scene changes and the door has been opened. And somebody's yelling out, "Now come inside." And the door is a singing door. And another person says, "Wow, what a fragrance." And another person says, "Her parties are always so delicious." And another person says, "Yeah." And another person starts laughing at, "Yeah, ha ha ha." And Lady Smoothie welcomes everyone. She says, "Welcome, guests. Would you like a welcome drink?" And somebody says, And one of the birds says, "Oh, a smoothie." And Smoothie says, "Today we have lava from the Mario volcano, a beautiful maiden that stabbed 100 men, and giraffe that crashed strangely." And a person said, "A glass of the giraffe, please." And Lady Smoothie says, "Sure thing, I'll ring that out for you right now." Oh my god, that's awful. And she holds on to the giraffe, and the giraffe is in pain. And another person started yelling out, "Yeah, haha!" And Mordecai said, "This is amazing." And Stussy said, "That taste in the mouth feel quite wonderful too." And another person said, "It's almost time." And the door has been opened, and turns out Big Mom is coming out. And somebody yells out, "Oh, it's Big Mom!" And we have another double page, and Big Mom is yelling out, "Everyone, thank you coming from near and far. Look to your right and not your left. Everything you see is a sweet treat. Eat and drink to your heart's content." And everyone's holding on their glasses up like, "Cheers." And Big Mom said, "Be sure to enjoy everything that happens here today." And that's the end of, and we have Sanji as the groom, but his eyes have not shown yet. And that's the end of chapter 860. Oh, still, one thing that stood out was the sweet commander, a Dogtooth. Oh,